welcome to FedScoop TV. Greg Otto here. We're coming to you from FedTalks at night in Washington, D.C. And I'm talking with Bill Rowan, the VP of Federal for VMware. Bill, thanks for joining us tonight.
Thanks for having me this evening. Great event.
Absolutely. So, talk to me about the challenges that you're seeing in federal IT right now and how you're helping agencies address those problems.
Well, it's an interesting time. We're asking federal IT people to really do a lot of things at once. Clearly, we have the cybersecurity issues, which are all encompassing. We have a discussion and a desire to move to the cloud. And at the same time, we're asking them to juggle how do we handle new requirements, mobility, items like how do we become a much more efficient workforce, and at the same time meld in that cybersecurity and that cloud piece of the thing. So it's a really interesting time of a lot of change being pushed upon people. At the same time, there are budget issues, as we've always seen. The new administration, new budget desires. It's a really difficult time for a lot of folks.
So what emerging technologies do you see at federal agencies that are making a difference in their IT infrastructure?
Well, certainly the advent of cloud, and not just the one cloud, but also much more the concept of hybrid cloud. How do they both handle stuff that is on their on-prem and an off-prem in one of the government cloud providers? This is becoming a real challenge, not in terms of the ones and zeros, but a lot more the policy and the processes. How do they manage those environments and manage them as one single operating environment? That's clearly on the forefront. And then, of course, you can't pick up the paper at any given time and not understand that cybersecurity is a continued major thrust. Combine that with the cloud news, and we're really asking them about some interesting challenges.
So that cybersecurity part of it, with the executive order just signed, how are you helping agencies move, and what are you seeing inside the agencies when it comes to cybersecurity now that this executive order actually has a signature on it?
Well, it's interesting because cybersecurity has been an issue we've been discussing, FedScoop has been discussing for years.
Right.
But now they feel like, okay, the administration is really putting some wood behind the arrow. I think we'll see some budget shifts come up in the next incoming budget. And agencies are saying, okay, clearly everything we've been doing in the past has been good, but what can we do different? We're kind of doing the same thing over and over again. And so a lot of agencies are asking and talking about zero trust models. How do we, instead of trusting everyone, we trust no one at all? And that's a real mind shift. Well, of course, then the technologies that need to be deployed in that environment are a little bit different than what we've done in the past. So it's an interesting, exciting time. I think it's going to really challenge agency heads about what money they move across and decide we're going to spend this on cybersecurity versus this other particular program. And I also we'll start to think about every program as it comes about, how cybersecurity is built into the program from the very beginning, as opposed to a bolt-on after the fact, which has really been part of the challenge for over the number of years.
So, other than the cybersecurity executive order, what have you seen from this administration when it comes to IT? Has there been a jump start, or how do you see the landscape sort of shaping out as we move forward?
Well, I give the administration credit, and similar credit that we've given previous administrations. They're listening. The White House has formed a number of councils to listen to CEOs from a variety of businesses about how can they do things differently, how maybe they can operate more like a business. The reality, government is not a true for-profit type business like all the Fortune 1000s are. But I do believe that they are in a much better listening mode, understanding what are some of the challenges of previous policies that have been imposed upon organizations. They certainly have a we want to get it done now mentality, and that's putting more pressure. I think you combine this, the cybersecurity policy, the FedTalks legislation we saw last year. I think we're really teeing this up to be a very interesting year. I think that we're going to see a lot of movement. A lot of the administration in the previous years made a tremendous amount of progress. We saw that in the scorecard from the first FedTalks ratings to the second FedTalks ratings and the improvements agency made. We've seen the spend increased on public cloud or government public cloud, and with that we've seen that return starting to happen. Now more agencies talking about how do they match the mobility platforms in those arenas. So I think it's actually teeing up quite well, and we're very bullish at VMware on the type of year that this fiscal year is going to present and the opportunity next fiscal year. Now, at the same time, we still need to get Congress to pass budgets on time,
of course,
and that'll continue to be a challenge. But beyond that, we're very bullish on some of the initiatives we're seeing.
Great. Well, Bill, thanks for joining us this evening, and hope you have a good time.
Thank you very much for having us.
For more, check out fedscoop.com, and for more videos, check out our YouTube channel. I'm Greg Otto. Thanks for watching.